Yo, what's going on, Raptors fans? It's your boy Demon, and I'm back with another video. I want to do a Raptors video on camera for you guys today because the amount of video work I've been putting in has been crazy, and you'll all see the work in the next week or so when this video goes up. But in today's video, we're talking about why the Raptors might cakewalk the league. The reason why I say they might cakewalk the league is because they have many great young players, and all the draft picks they have are theirs. And they have a good front office in Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster, and they know what they're doing. But for the Toronto Raptors last season, they finished 5th in the East, we all know that, and they lost to the Philadelphia 76ers in 6 games. Well, like I said, losing comes winning, and why I say that? Because honestly, for Philadelphia, we knew for a fact they were pretty much healthy, and they had pretty much James Harden, Joel Embiid, and others, and the Raptors, they're just hurt. But honestly, I think the Raptors are going to cakewalk this league. The reason why it's going to cakewalk the league because they have all the young players, and when players go off, like for their notable pieces, like you can say if Malachi Flynn goes off for the work he's been putting this season, or even Christian Coloco been going off, if these guys go off and they become great bench pieces, the Raptors team is pretty much over. It's over because honestly, the Raptors, all they need right now is basically a bench and they need guard depth. I don't care if they trade for someone like Jordan Clarkson or someone like a Bojan Bogdanovic. I don't care who they trade for. They're going to cakewalk this league by using what they have to get better assets. Like, for example, you can say maybe if they have assets, you can say maybe if you want to trade OG and others for probably you can say maybe Shea. Go right ahead. They have all the assets to get a superstar in this league. I don't care what it is because honestly, why would you even mention Kevin Durant trade talk if they didn't have any assets? No, I know the freaking Nets, they wanted Scotty Barnes, they wanted OG, they wanted Gary Trent, and they wanted Thaddeus Young, and they wanted probably another 3 picks to add on to that because getting Kevin Durant is a big superstar asset for a team like the Brooklyn Nets that are still a team with only Kyrie left, and if Kyrie left, the basically team's going to rebuild and they're going to want picks. So honestly, I think the Raptors, why do you think they're going to cakewalk this league? Because honestly, if players like, for example, you say Malachi Flynn go off, or even Christian Coloco go off, even Justin Champagnie go off, the whole NBA is going to be left shook. That the Raptors, honestly, what they're good at doing is they're good at developing young talent and they have a great development system. But many people don't see the Raptors have under the radar players they can still use, like players like Malachi Flynn, like players like Christian Coloco, like Justin Champagnie, Delano Banton. They have a good rounded group. If they all can come together and get a good bench, and Delano Banton and Malachi Flynn come together, the team's pretty much good because honestly, the stars, they average 15 points a night, and just the bench that averages less points. If they can fix that and make it a big pro, I think it'll be good for the Raptors because honestly, the Raptors from last season to this season, I think they made improvement. You can't really say that, oh, they didn't really get a superstar. Like, you can only say they got Otto Porter Jr. and they got Juan Gomez. That's not even a bad pick. I think the Raptors, they still have room to grow. And like I said, the stars, they average 15 points a night in Pascal, Scotty, OG, and others, and Fred. I think they can get it done. The only thing the Raptors are going to work on, like I say for a millionth time, is the bench. And the reason why I think the bench, because the Raptors, honestly, they want to get bench help. They can do many things. They can get players in the G League. They can get many players from trade. They can get many players from anywhere. I think the Raptors, if they do that, they're going to be scary. And why I think the Raptors are going to cakewalk this league soon, why I think the Raptors are going to cakewalk the league, because the Raptors, they have all they want. They have picks. They have young players. They have emerging stars. They have a good coach. They have a good fan base, and they have a great organization. That's why I think the Raptors are going to cakewalk this league, because the Raptors, honestly, comparing to teams like the Hawks and the Cavs, they pretty much set themselves in for playoff discussion, because honestly, what the Cavaliers lack, they lack playoff experience, because honestly, the Cavs last year, they didn't get to the playoffs, and the Raptors did. So honestly, that's the edge the Raptors have over the Cavs, and honestly, for the 76ers that they faced, honestly, if the Raptors faced the 76ers, it would have been a freaking 7-game series, and the Raptors would have won that and came back 3-0. I'm telling you, if they're healthy, they would have dogged the Philadelphia 76ers. Why? Because honestly, Philadelphia, they were gassed. Too Harden wasn't really all that. And the Raptors, they just had a momentum. But honestly, like I said, with every loss comes a win. I think the Raptors this season, they're going to make a very much splash this season, because the Raptors, where I think they're going to be, they're going to get to 50 wins. They're going to get 2 or 3 All-Stars at the All-Star break. And they're going to have a good record at the All-Star break. So honestly, don't be scared, because the Raptors, they still have players like I didn't mention, although I mentioned the bench a lot. I mentioned players like Gary Trent Jr., Scotty Barnes, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, OG, although he hasn't played a lot of games. They still have many great players they can still use. Like, honestly, the Raptors team is not bad. The only thing for the Raptors that they have to do, if they just get a good guard off that bench and a big, like probably you can say like a Miles Turner or even like a Jordan Clarkson, this team's pretty much set. And honestly, I know the Raptors can say, oh, they don't have a superstar like, for example, Kawhi Leonard. Oh, they don't have like a superstar like DeMar DeRozan. Oh, you don't have another secondary piece in a point guard like a Kyle Lowry. So, why does that even mean that the Raptors cannot get a superstar? If the Raptors get Shea, this whole league is in trouble. I'm not gonna say the whole league, but honestly, Shea is a superstar that can come to Toronto and he'll give us good production. But honestly, we'll have to trade a lot, but I don't think the Raptors should trade for Shea yet. I think they just keep waiting, and I think they should wait for a time when the time is right. But honestly, this Raptors team, whatever superstar they get, they're going to cakewalk this league. And that's why I think the Raptors are going to cakewalk. So honestly, they're going to cakewalk this league because every asset they have is there. Then when they trade for a superstar, the whole NBA is going to be on noise again. Like the Raptors now, the only players giving them noise right now are players you can say, for example, maybe Pascal Siakam or players like Scotty Barnes that they know many other players. Like they're very known in the NBA and they're gaining Rookie of the Year. Or you can think of Fred VanVleet because he's done many good things for endorsements. Like, honestly, I think the Raptors are a very well-known team and are now getting respect in the NBA due to the players that they have. As for players like Gary Trent Jr. and Scotty Barnes, who I already mentioned. But honestly, I think for the Raptors, they're going to cakewalk this league because the team has a very bright future. Like 10 years down the line, I wouldn't be mad if the Raptors lost Fred VanVleet or Pascal Siakam because Scotty Barnes, this guy's a man among boys, and this guy basically works his tail off wherever he does. So I'm not really surprised, and they still have Gary Trent Jr. If I'm the Raptors, I'm keeping Gary Trent Jr. and I'm going to trade OG. The reason why I say this because if you trade OG, I'm not saying this for my own sake, but if they want to trade OG, sure, go ahead. But I say don't trade OG because OG, he's one of the best 3-and-D players in the NBA. He averages over 15 points per game. And he shoots a 3-ball at a good rate. And he plays very good defense. He's one of the good on-ball defenders in the NBA. But honestly, OG, he's a very good player. But I think the only thing the Raptors have to work on is keeping OG durable for future games because he keeps getting hurt. Like, for example, in the finals run, he couldn't really participate because he had a stomach injury, which wasn't his fault. And then later on in the playoffs this year because of his hip injury or leg injury, whatever it was. But honestly, I think the Raptors, they have a great future because, like I already talked about Fred VanVleet. This guy's a man among boys. He's a great leader. He knows what it takes for the Raptors team to win. And, yeah, he's a great leader. Gary Trent Jr., this guy is always a bucket. He's the most streaky shooter in the Raptors team, and he shoots over 30%, so I'm not mad at that. And then Scotty Barnes, we're getting Rookie of the Year. This guy knows what it takes to win, and I think this is going to be a team after Pascal and Fred VanVleet finish off. And then Pascal Siakam, y'all know what he has in his bag. Pascal Siakam, the spinorama move. Like, Pascal, his threes, he's just been getting better and better. And I think Pascal, if he keeps developing the player in the unit, he'll be unstoppable. And then, yeah, players like Precious Achiuwa, who've been crazy. I have a documentary coming out on Precious Achiuwa on his channel and on my main channel. Y'all can go watch that. But I just think Precious Achiuwa is a man amongst boys. And Malachi Flynn, he got approved to me this season because this guy putting all the work in the summer crossover game, he got approved this season. So, yeah. And then Otto Porter Jr., he'd be a great add, he'd be a great stretch, and he'd be a good add off this bench. Quick Boucher and Thaddeus Young, dynamic duo off the bench. I think they'll have pretty much more to do, and they'll do pretty much great. And Justin Champagnie and Christian Coloco, I think they'll be good adds to the squad. And Delano Ben, I think if he keeps getting reps from the G, I think they're going to apply to the NBA because it's like Delano Ben's a great player, and he might be a Sean Livingston soon, but he just got to keep working. And then players like Justin Champagnie, Ron Arbor Jr., and Jack Doughton, I think they're all going to come together. As a Raptors unit, as a group collectively, comes all together and forms a circle. I think they'll get it done, man. But honestly, that's why I think the Raptors are going to cakewalk this league due to the assets they have, due to their playoff experience, and due to what they experienced as a team over the past 3-4 years. So honestly, it's your boy Demi. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all want more videos like this with my face in the camera and with me making more edits, please hit the like button because it means a lot for YouTube algorithm. And yeah, the video's already over 10 minutes, so make sure you hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Demi. Have a great blessed day, and I'm out. Peace.